Housing TV Africa, your first in housing development broadcasting.
Thank you for joining us on Housing TV News at the top of the hour. I am Mimuna Bagudu at Top Stories. Police fire tear gas to despair and SARS protesters at Lekki Toll Gate to mark 4th anniversary of protest. Lagos State Government vows to ensure ongoing housing projects are built to standards. Nigerian Institution of Estate Surveyors and Valuers raises alarm over lack of transparency killing real estate fraud. The Nigerian Institute of Town Planners' 55th Annual Conference and AGM kicks off today in Enugu State. On the foreign scene, Senator Lydia Thorpe hackles King Charles of Australia's Parliament. In sport, Ajibade Inadozie and 23 others listed for Ontario friendly. We begin with the local government elections in Kaduna State. The Kaduna State Governor Obasani has praised the conduct of Saturday's local government election in the state, describing it as free, fair and peaceful. The governor cast his vote at LEA Primary School Kawo at about 4:48 p.m. Governor Sani, while speaking with newsmen, expressed confidence in the Kaduna State Independent Electoral Commission (KATSICOM) as they put in their best to deliver a credible election.
And some of our agents will go around and report to the chief justice that the election is free, fair and peaceful. I can say that we had some issues in one or two local governments, but only about 2 or 3 polling units or wards. But generally, the election is going on about 23 local governments, and the report we are hearing is that it's largely peaceful, fair and transparent. And I have no doubt in my mind at the end of the day, we will be able to have a very credible election. Like I said, this is a local government election that is very important for us. And of course, you are aware that APC have gone around all the 255 was campaign. That is the reason why I'm extremely very confident that APC will come out victorious in this very election.
Still in Kaduna State, the state chairman of the People's Democratic Party, Edward Masha, on Saturday alleged gross irregularities in the local government elections held across the state's 23 local government areas.
We invited you now to tell you that Kaduna State is sick. Democracy is gone. Lovers of democracy have become killers. I will call our wonderful members. I will call on our supporters, our well-wishers, those who prepare to vote for us, that they should not be disappointed. They shouldn't. They shouldn't be discouraged. They shouldn't feel that this is the end of the world. There is always a beginning and there shall be an end. Absolutely. We are telling the whole world that APC has killed democracy.
According to reports, the Kaduna State Independent Electoral Commission has confirmed the results of the 2024 local government elections held on October 19, 2024, declaring the All Progressive Congress winners of the polls. While declaring the results, SICOM Chairman Hajara Mohammed stated that 8 political parties participated in the elections, with the APC winning 23 chairmanship positions and 255 councillorship positions. Now to Rivers State, the state governor Siminalayi Fubara has urged judicial officers and all legal practitioners to be more dutiful in eliciting citizens' trust in the ability of the judiciary to confidentially dispense justice according to law. Fubara gave the charge while speaking at the special court session organized to mark the opening of the 2024-2025 legal year at the Rivers State High Court premises in Port Harcourt. The governor maintained that the judiciary must remain upright, independent, free and fearless if it must play its role as an important ally in the collective quest for human security and progress of any society.
As you start your new legal year, I wish to reiterate the need to have and sustain the citizen trust. Very important. When we were little and we see lawyers, not even judges, not magistrates, that I rarely see a judge, it's magistrate. You see them as God. That is the truth. Like I said, you are the God that we are saying. You are the one sitting on the throne of judgment. Please, let the Rivers people be proud and be bold to say, we trust you. That is the word, we trust you, because you're courageous and you're fair.
Onoeze Okocha San, who spoke on behalf of senior advocates of Nigeria, expressed the hope that the courts in Rivers State will continue to discharge their duties to the best of their abilities to avert unnecessary delays that affect the just, efficient and speedy dispensation of justice.
Must never forget to live up to the motto of the Nigerian Bar Association, promoting the rule of law. It is in furtherance thereof that I declare that no legal practitioner should be castigated, condemned or vilified for advising that court judgments and court orders must be strictly obeyed and duly complied with.
Also speaking on behalf of the 8 branches of the Nigerian Bar Association in Rivers State, the Port Harcourt branch, Chairman Cordelia Eke blamed legal officers for the deteriorating legal system, emphasizing that their wrong legal opinions and inability to condemn evil have contributed to making the judiciary the place for needless battles. Governor Fubara commended the Chief Judge of Rivers State, Justice Simeon Amadi, for his progressive leadership and transformational strides. Stakeholders in Rivers State have been tasked on environmental justice in their various communities and to ensure that sources of climate crisis are maximally reduced. The task was given by the Health of Mother Earth Foundation at a one-day capacity building workshop on environmental monitoring held in Okrika Town, Okrika local government area of the state. Speaking with newsmen at the workshop, where participants were trained on how to build an effective network and alliances to carry out advocacy for the betterment of the community and entrench a sense of that right and justice that the community so deserve, the Home Earth Program Manager Stephen Oduwari called for an end to gas flaying and oil pollution, which he identified as major challenges confronting the people.
Then we are asking for 3 things: that the rights of the community people need to be recognized, the rights of the community people need to be protected, and ultimately they need to be supported. This community needs to thrive again. Gas flaring needs to stop, oil pollution needs to stop, cleanup and remediation needs to happen in these communities, and reparation needs to also happen to cover for the loss and damage that the community people have experienced and they continue to experience.
The facilitator, Kentebe Ebiarido, spoke on the importance of oneness in the community and how the community people can leverage in solidarity to be able to achieve things for themselves and for their development.
The essence of it was to just see how communities can come together and talk among themselves, and the importance of oneness in a community, because without oneness, everybody will just be talking in silos, and when you talk like that, you don't get anything done. So the most important thing about all of this is that how communities can leverage on solidarity to be able to achieve things for themselves, and most especially for their development.
Some of the participants expressed gratitude to Health of Mother Earth Foundation, Home Earth, and highlights some of their challenges faced as fishermen and women due to the environmental pollution.
And we have Dutch Island here, which is about 200 meters away, 200 meters above sea level. Now, the waves that are coming in from the sea tankers, the vessels coming to bat at the NNPC jetty over here are eating that place up because it is sandfield. Because of this impact of environment, because we are not together, everything because of, how do we say, greed and selfishness, self-centeredness, we've lost it all. But with this program that you've told us today, I think we are taking something home. Secondly, we are facing the flood, of course, which I have said before. Today, we are having flood. A lot of houses around this place is being flooded. You can see water gushing in, salt water gushing into houses, and they will be building houses in this modern time, which is, of course, an eyesore. And when the world sees it, I know that they will come to our aid. So what you have done today, it has been the limelight in our life, and this has been things we've been looking for in Okrika local government area, most importantly in Koniju town in Okrika.
River fish not day. With the struggle, fish not day. Even crayfish not day with the struggle. That's why we can't enter bush by bush to find crayfish. It hard self. Now the oil people now they spoil the river. I mean, now God say make be like God help us now. If not, we no go see fish. Oil too much for river, the warriors well. And with the thief people for river, the warriors, to go for river self with the fear. Anywhere go enter, they can't worry. The one way get, they take off my hand. Mama self, they don't know. This meeting, I bless, the one important thing for my body. As I say, I enjoy them, I like them, because the one we don't know.
In Lagos State, officers of the Lagos State Police Command has fired tear gas to disperse protesters rallying to mark the 4th anniversary of the End SARS protest. In viral video seen on Sunday morning, the protesters had converged around 8:30 a.m. at the toll gate with several banners and placards calling for the full implementation of the report submitted by various judicial panels of inquiry set up after the 2020 protest. The protesters were seen running for cover as the Lagos police force fired tear gas at the protesters, disrupting the protest. It can be recalled that in October 2020, thousands of youths gathered in major cities across the country to protest against the constant harassment, killings, and extortion by officers of the defunct Special Anti-Robbery Squad, a unit of the Nigerian police. In the aftermath of the protest, judicial panels were established across various states to assess and review the protesters' demands. However, almost 4 years later, protest leaders have expressed deep regret that many of the panel's recommendations remain unimplemented. Now, the Lagos State government has given residents of 15 distressed buildings in the Ikpori housing estate, Surulere, a 2-week ultimatum to vacate the premises due to serious structural issues. According to a statement released on Lagos State Building Control Agency, LAPSCA official X, formerly Twitter account on Saturday, the general manager of LAPSCA, architect Bolahon Oki, gave the eviction warning that the building posed a significant risk and must be demolished to ensure public safety. The agency had previously issued multiple warnings to the residents. However, the continued deterioration of the buildings now requires urgent action to prevent potential loss of life. The statement included images of the buildings, which consist of 2-story residential flats in dangerously poor condition. Oki emphasized that the evacuation aligns with LAPSCA commitment to proactively monitor and address compromised structures across Lagos State. There has been a significant increase in the relocation of residents as flood water continues to ravage Isheri, Arepo, Lefenwa, Wariwa, and other adjoining communities along the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway in Ogun State. According to reports, the flood occasioned by the release of water from the Oyan Dam by the Ogun-Osun River Basin Authority has affected both residents and business owners. A resident, Ayo Deji Alao, who spoke to newsmen on Sunday, described the situation as overwhelming, adding that water was almost everywhere in the flood-prone areas. President Bola Tinubu has appointed Ben Irianusi as the acting managing director of the Nigerian Railway Corporation (NRC) following the completion of Freeborn Ohiria's second term. Ohiria officially handed over to Irianusi, the most senior director in the corporation, during a brief ceremony after his tenure expired on October 18, 2024. In a statement issued by the NRC's Deputy Director of Public Relations, Yakub Mahmoud, Ohiria expressed his gratitude to the staff for their support throughout his tenure and urged them to extend the same level of cooperation to Irianusi. He encouraged management and staff to collaborate with the new leadership to ensure continued progress for the corporation. The Nigerian Institute of Town Planners NITP International Conference and Annual General Meeting begins today in Enugu State. The conference, which is scheduled from Monday, October 21st to Thursday, October 24th, 2024, will have town planners from across the country to discuss critical national issues related to urban and regional planning with the theme Nigerian Urban and Regional Planning Law and the Challenge of National Development. Housing TV Africa will be broadcasting the conference live on all its platforms. We take a pause here to bring you more stories. Stay with us.
Get credible and authentic housing news at your fingertips by downloading the Housing TV mobile app. You can also join the African International Housing Show live from across the globe through the Housing TV mobile app. The mobile app features live streaming and trending housing news. You can locate the AIHS venue via the app, network with AIHS seasoned speakers, and live chat with exhibitors. You can also order house or building materials at AIHS via this app. Download the Housing TV mobile app now from the App Store and Google Play Store. And don't forget to click on the notification button. Available for both iOS and Android users. Housing TV is also on Star Times, channel 149 decoder.
Glad to have you join us on Housing TV News at the top of the hour. Moving on. As part of efforts towards understanding sexual reproductive health and safe abortion, the Ogun State government has been admonished to make available and publish enabling laws such as the Safe Termination of Pregnancy guidelines that protect reproductive rights. Executive Director of Center for Community Development, Family and Health Initiatives, Felis Ibodikbe, made these known while speaking with newsmen after a media engagement training on sexual and reproductive health rights held in Ijebu-Ode, Ogun State. The Executive Director disclosed that cases of gender-based violence and violation of sexual and reproductive rights are underreported. He added that if residents of the state are aware of what the law entails, incidences of violation of sexual and reproductive rights will be reduced drastically. The Lagos branch chairman of the Nigerian Institution of Estate Surveyors and Valuers, Benga Ismail, has expressed concerns that a lack of transparency in property transactions is contributing to increased fraud in the real estate sector. He made this statement during the 2024 mandatory professional development event themed Embracing Technology, the Future of Real Estate Services, held recently in Lagos. Ismail emphasized the importance of the real estate sector in Nigeria's economic development as the nation continues to urbanize and witness a growing middle class. He also highlighted that the future of Nigeria's real estate industry hinges on its ability to adapt and integrate technological advancements. Still in Lagos State, the Lagos State government has reiterated its commitment to ensuring that all ongoing housing projects are built to the highest standards and completed within the current administration. This assurance was given by the Lagos State Commissioner for Housing Moruf Akinderu Fatai during a recent inspection of the Lagos Homes housing project at Ajara in Badagry. Speaking during the tour, Akinderu Fatai emphasized the government's dedication to increasing the availability of quality and affordable housing, particularly for low and medium income earners in Lagos State. During the inspection of the 420 home units in 35 blocks, which consist of various categories of flats, the Commissioner expressed satisfaction with the contractor's pace and quality of work. He encouraged the contractors to escalate any challenges they encountered from swift resolution, ensuring the project's timely completion. The Commissioner noted that the Lagos Homes project at Ajara, Badagry is specifically designed to address the housing needs of residents in the Lagos West Senatorial District, aligning with the state's broader housing policy aimed at providing affordable homes for its citizens. The Nigerian Institution of Surveyors has called for the urgent reconstitution of the Surveyors Council of Nigeria. The president of the institution, Dr. Matthew Ibitoye, made the call while marking the institute's 90th anniversary in Abuja recently. Ibitoye highlighted the importance of the council for effective regulation and the preservation of professional integrity. While reflecting on the historical role of surveyors despite advancement in technology and methodology, Ibitoye lamented the current marginalization of surveyors who possesses critical expertise that could help mitigate national disasters. The event, attended by prominent figures including members of the National Assembly and various professional bodies, highlighted the vital contributions of surveyors to Nigerians' development. The head of Enterprise Risk Management and Product Development at the Federal Housing Authority (FHA) Mortgage Bank Limited, Stanley Okparaocha, has advised Nigerians to key into the National Housing Fund to become homeowners. Okparaocha made the call at a seminar over the weekend in Abuja. He stated that keying into the housing scheme would help to reduce the country's housing deficit, and Nigerians can access the fund, which has hit 21 trillion naira. The Business Development Manager, FHA Mortgage Bank, Godfrey Obi, said Nigerians from 18 years and above can access the fund, and civil servants can get a loan of up to 50 million naira spread over a repayment period of 30 years with a 6% interest rate. On the foreign scene, King Charles faced shouts of "You are not my king" from an independent senator just after he finished an address at Australia's Parliament House on the second official day of his engagement in the country. Lydia Thorpe, an Aboriginal Australian woman, interrupted the ceremony in the capital city of Canberra by shouting for about a minute before she was escorted away by security. After making claims of genocide against our people, she could be held yelling, "This is not your land, you are not my king." Still on the foreign scene, Cora Homes is delighted to have become the first house building to receive an award from the Royal Scottish Geographical Society for its commitment to climate education. The award recognizes the company's senior management's commitment to educating its staff about the climate emergency, with more than 90% of staff completing an RSGS Climate Solutions course. Cora Homes, which is based in Northamptonshire, has also pledged that all new staff members will receive the important training. Matt Wright, commercial director at Cora Homes, said, "As a sustainable house builder, we understand the important role the construction sector has in tackling the climate change." To end the news in sports, ahead of its 46th Ordinary General Assembly, the Confederation of African Football (CAF) will hold its Executive Committee meeting today in Addis Ababa. The Executive Committee meeting will be chaired by CAF President Dr. Patrice Motsepe, while the 46th Ordinary General Meeting will take place in the Ethiopian capital on Tuesday, 22nd of October, and will start at 8 a.m. local time. Head coach Justin Madugu has invited Captain Rashidat Ajibade, goalkeeper Chiamaka Nnadozie, and 23 other players for the 2 international friendly matches planned for 9-time African champions Super Falcons against their Algerian counterparts in Lagos at the end of this month. The matches are built for the Picture Square Mobolaji Johnson Arena, Lagos Island, on Saturday 26 October and Tuesday 29 October respectively. It is the first time that the Falcons are playing international friendly matches on home soil since the Aisha Buhari Invitational Tournament, which was held at the same venue 3 years ago. Before then, they hosted the Indomitable Lioness of Cameroon at the NFF and FIFA Goal Project Abuja in 2024. That's the much we can take on Housing TV News at the top of the hour. Before we go, a quick recap of our top stories. Police fire tear gas to disperse EndSARS protesters at Lekki toll gate to mark 4th anniversary of protest. Lagos State Government vows to ensure ongoing housing projects are built to standards. Nigerian Institution of Estate Surveyors and Valuers raises alarm over a lack of transparency fueling new estate fraud. The Nigerian Institute of Town Planners' 55th Annual Conference and AGM kicks off today in Enugu. On the foreign scene, Senator Lydia Thorpe hackles King Charles at Australia's Parliament. In sports, Ajibade Nnadozie and 23 others listed for Algeria friendly. For more news in the housing sector, subscribe to Housing TV Africa on YouTube and follow Housing TV Africa on all social media platforms. Do download the Housing TV Africa mobile app on Google Play Store and Apple Store to stay connected. Thanks for watching. I am Mimuna Bagudu. Bye for now.